Hello.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Um, I have a cold, but other than that, I'm fine. Thank you. A bit stressed out of sharing this thing that's going on because it seems so simple, yet it just all around me. And it's exactly what you said about the retreat, which is I'm stuck in the loop of feeling guilt all the time. And it's easy if it's an experience that come up, then I can separate the thoughts from the feeling and everything. But it's like a filter, so it just shapes the reality, Mm. if you could say it like that. And I noticed it this morning because I'm doing a sort of work where I work together with a technician who and the fault was his fault, but I felt it was my fault, and there's no reason for it to be my fault. But I understood that to not, I would I would then work twice to make up for the original thought, and then
Mm.
it's just going on and on and on, choosing to work a lot, and it's not necessary um because of this original guilt.
Yeah.
Not So I just wanted to share it because I know what to do. I know to stay with the feeling, and this is what I am doing in this week. But it's really, really difficult just to do it by myself. That's why I wanted to share it.
Yeah. I love that. It's actually it's a really potent thing that you are touching on there. That one of the things about guilt is that it's filled with so much shame. Shame is about the person, guilt is about the action, but both feels like so private and so personal that we don't want anybody else to see that we are guilty of something or see
Mm.
that we are shameful of something. So you sharing it here and saying, I just need more people to bear witness to me walking around in the world and being full of guilt. I mean, everything is my fault. Even something that a technician has done that he did wrong, I twisted into being me that is to blame for that. And
Yeah.
and you can logically see that there's no way that you had anything to do with a technician doing something wrong.
No.
The thing to remember is that guilt and shame, it's a survival mechanism. Both of them is a diversion from something else.
Mm.
That the world is safer if this is my fault. For example, let me give you an example. You are 2 years old and you are lying and crying in bed, and mom and dad, they're sitting and watching TV so loud that they can't hear you cry. As a 2 year old, your world is mom and dad. It's the entire world. But you're not in a position to say that they are not meeting my needs, because if you ostracize them, you will die. A 2 year old cannot take care of themselves. So what we do in that instance is that we realize there's a discomfort in the body. I feel hungry, I am sad, I need a clean diaper, something is up. But this discomfort, bless you, this discomfort that I feel in my body is less, prosit, is less um dangerous to feel this discomfort than a world without mom and dad would be. So what we do is we kind of like just
So I would never. It's like I would never say to them my need. I would never express my need because
you can't
then
as a
they could
2 year
just
old.
say, no, no, no.
As a 2 year old you can't. You haven't even got the distinction between me and them. That doesn't happen until you're 3. So as a 2 year old, it's the entire world that is unsafe and discomfort right now. But you cannot blame mom and dad because without them you would die. So what you do instead is you turn it inward. I am the bad one. There's something wrong with me. They're fine. Mom and dad, they got my back. Mom and dad love me. I am the bad one. I'm the one that is wrong. And then we turn off to the body. The discomfort that we feel in our body, we don't feel it anymore because we can't feel both. So the relationship, the equilibrium to mom and dad is maintained by me not feeling my body.
Mm.
And we become that person that we do not feel the body at all. And when you start to do all this, you start to open up for what you feel, and all the ickiness surface. And that is what you feel. So one of your survival mechanism is guilt, that you take up too much. That could also be a 3-year-old, and that is another survival mechanism we do. Because as a 3-year-old, we know there's a difference between me here and them there. So if we feel that I have a need, I'm asking for a need, it's too much, I'm being ridiculed or laughed at or told that, get a grip, or you just ate, you can't be hungry again, or whatever. As a 3-year-old, we have two choices. Either we turn off to the body as we did when we were 2, or we say the world is too unsafe. I got my back. I'm never ever going to rely on anybody again. I got my back. I'm taking care of my needs. I'm standing up for myself. I'm not relying on anybody. And there you have the aggressive bully. So it's like two different survival mechanisms that we have, and it's that early that we have the entire foundation for fear, anger, guilt, and shame is built until you're 3 years old, and the rest of our lives is just a repetition.
Yeah,
So
because
the first
it
thing
does
about
feel like it does feel like there's nothing. It just comes in like,
yeah, yeah, it's a survival mechanism. It's
yeah,
a way for you to manage the world where you do not get in contact with you, because the moment you feel guilt, you start to deflect. You're not in your body anymore because it's so icky to be with guilt.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why the first thing I said, that the most important thing you just did by sharing it with everybody, going like, hey, you guys, 20 people here.
yeah,
I am the ugly one in the corner. I just want you to know I'm the one with all the guilt. Everything is on me. I'm the one over here. That's the first thing to do, because that is when you make, instead of having it hidden away and feeling shameful about it, you make it out in the open. Oh, by the way, if anything goes wrong in any of your days today, anything happened to you guys today, it's my fault. I just want to let you know, I got that one. That's on me. That's on me. Because that's how you live your entire life. If your children are not happy, it's your fault. You could have done something differently. If your husband is not happy, you could have done that differently. If anybody, a coworker, even a technician do something wrong, it's your fault.
yeah.
But it's only a diversion. It's only a diversion. There is something underneath there, Gita. There's like a feeling of inadequacy or ickiness or anger or rage, or there can be so many things underneath there.
Mm-mm.
So the first thing is just acknowledge that it's there, and then see if you can stay with it. Is it okay to be in the world and feel guilty about it? And what if fault is not a thing? What if guilt is not a thing? What if that is just a diversion? What is it then about?
Mm-mm. I think it's just like a fundamental the fundamental non-desire, but being alive. I'm allowed to be alive thing,
Mm. Right to
which
exist.
which would be a good place to be in.
Yeah,
Allow myself to breathe.
yeah, yeah. I'm really happy you're coming to the retreat. It's gonna be a workshop.
Uh,
For sure.
It's gonna be really, really good for you, because it's exactly that. That is the right to exist. Having that the right to breathe deeply.
yeah. Well, I've recently started two things that I thought I would never start because I thought it's so stupid. And one thing is Nordic walking,
Yeah,
and the other one is Tai Chi. Like,
yeah,
and it might be because why this is coming up now, because something is moving.
yeah.
So,
That's great.
Absolutely.
mm,
And it's so funny with that, that that oh Nordic walking, you look so stupid when you're walking around with your sticks, and so therefore we don't do it. It's just like, ugly dancing. Oh no, you look
Yeah,
so ugly when you dance. So therefore I'm not doing that. But it's
yeah.
exactly what we want you guys to do. Step into it.
Yeah.
Ugly dance. Come on. Make a double chin in public. Do something where you completely where you dare to be something that you have told yourself that you cannot, and see what happens. Because it's like we have put all these rules on ourselves that nobody's enforcing besides ourselves. And if there is no separate self, then what the fuck is happening here? It's like a maintaining of a delusion that is just not needed, but it's there in place for your survival, for you to endure life as 3 months old and 2 years old. But now we can embrace it. We can absolutely allow to be in a world where, yeah, I'm the Nordic walking Tai
Tai
Chi
Chi
dancing, with
dancing.
all the guilt on me, yeah, that's me. I'm like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to add this thing, and then I'm done. I in the beginning, like is it now like 4 or 5 years I've been doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
I
with you for 5 years now.
Yeah, and in the beginning, I really had the sensation of being
Oh,
completely.
something happened to your mic.
I had the
There we
sensation. Can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I had the sensation of being empty inside.
Mm,
Doing this, staying with yourself, it's like being full again,
yeah.
or
Mm.
having the sensation of not needing something from outside because
Yeah.
I'm already full. So it's getting fuller and fuller the more that I stay with whatever is.
Yeah.
And it's quite
Mhm.
Yeah.
difficult to explain to someone else that is
Yeah. I know,
so.
I know exactly what you mean, and I know exactly it's like that we step into all this numb because there's no feeling of anything below the neck because we
Mm,
have just suppressed it, and in order for us to maintain life and maintain sanity and maintain a feeling of safety in our lives, we had to turn off to the body. But when we start to embody all this and we start to open up for all this, we suddenly start to feel full of emotion, full of feelings, full of all of these things that just surface. But
yeah,
like you have experienced, it's completely safe to do
yeah.
that.
Mm. No, it's really a really nice, calming feeling to
Yeah,
feel in this way. But
yeah,
4 or 5 years ago, I would never ever have thought that this was possible.
that's wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that, Gita.
Mm.
It's been
Yeah.
wonderful working with you for the last 5 years. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.